Hello students, today we will be studying the gross anatomical features of the jejunum and the ileum. Now basically when we talk of the small intestine, it is made up of three parts, that is the duodenum, the jejunum and the ileum. Small intestine is meant for the digestion and absorption function, and when we see the extent of the small intestine, it extends from the pyloric end of the stomach coming down up to the ileocecal junction, and it has got two parts, that is the fixed part and the mobile part. Now the fixed part of the small intestine is the duodenum and the mobile parts are the jejunum and the ileum. The length of the entire small intestine is about 6.5 meters. Now when we talk of jejunum and ileum, let us see here that what is the extent of the jejunum and the ileum. Now jejunum and ileum are these mobile coils of small intestine, which as you see here are present or they are situated within the 3.5 folded loops of the large intestine. So within these loops of large intestine, inside this we see the coils of the jejunum and ileum, and they extend from the duodenojejunal flexure and down up to the ileocecal junction. That's the extent of the jejunum and ileum, and these coils measure about 6 meter in length. Now out of this 6 meter or the 20 feet length of the jejunum and the ileum, the proximal 2/5 is made up of the jejunum, which is about 8 feet in length, and the distal 3/5 is made up of the ileum, which measures about 12 feet in length. Now let us see the specimen of the jejunum and the ileum. So the entire specimen looks like this, where we see that there is a bilaminar fold of peritoneum, that's the mesentery, which is going to suspend these coils from the posterior abdominal wall. What we also see here is a highly folded or a pleated type of appearance of the gut tube, resembling a lady's skirt, and that helps us in identifying that this is specimen of the jejunum and ileum. Now let us have a look at the two ends and try to identify or differentiate between the jejunum and the ileum. This end which we see here, which is much more thicker and wider, is the jejunum, while the other end, which is thin and narrower, is the ileal end. Again, let we see the interior of the jejunum. We see a number of permanent circularly arranged folds, and that is what makes it thicker. Whereas when we see the interior of the ileum, here we see there are less numerous circular folds, and as we go towards the distal 6 inches of the ileum, therein the ileum is thin and papery, having no circular folds on the luminal surface. The jejunum is more vascular as compared to the ileum, which is lesser vasculated. When we see the situation of the jejunum and the ileum, the loops of jejunum lie in the center, that's the umbilical region, while the loops of the ileum are situated in the hypogastric and the pelvic region. Now when we look at the mesentery, which is related to the jejunum, we see here that there is a lot of fat accumulated near the root of the mesentery, whereas the remaining part or the free part of the mesentery is translucent. Shows the arterial arcades, which are seen as 3 to 4 generations of arcades, and the vasa recti are very short. In contrast to what we have seen there, herein we can see that the mesentery is not that translucent, that means the fat is evenly distributed. We see only 1 or 2 generation of arcades, and we see long vasa recti. Here in the vasa recti about 4 centimeters in length, and this is what we see in the jejunum. Now finally, we will also have a look at the mesentery which is seen here. Now mesentery is nothing but a bilaminar fold of peritoneum which suspends the coils of jejunum and ileum from the posterior abdominal wall. So it has got two layers and it has got two borders, a fixed border which is the root of the mesentery and a free border which is going to enclose the coils of jejunum and ileum. The length of the root of the mesentery is about 6 inches, while the free border is going to accommodate about 20 feet long coils of jejunum and ileum. The attachment of the root of mesentery extends from the left side of the second lumbar vertebra, running downwards and towards the right, and goes down up to the right sacroiliac joint. And when we talk of the contents of the mesentery contains the coils of jejunum and ileum, the blood vessels which supply the jejunum and ileum, the lymphatics, the nerve plexuses, loose areolar tissue and the fat. Finally, we come to the blood supply of the jejunum and the ileum. The arterial supply is by the jejunal and ileal branches of the superior mesenteric artery. Likewise, the veins drain as jejunal and ileal tributaries which drain into the superior mesenteric vein. The lymphatics will drain into the superior mesenteric group of lymph nodes. So that is how we have covered up the gross anatomical features of the jejunum and the ileum, the difference between the two. How do we identify it on the gross anatomical specimen? And we also went on to see the features of the mesentery.